Water safety is something that shouldn't be taken for granted all over the world, as it is a necessity that individuals take swimming lessons as a safety precaution. Drowning is the leading cause of death for toddlers. Most drowning deaths occur in the backyard of swimming pools, bathtubs, and spas. Toddlers aged between 1 and 4 are mostly at risk, and they are mobile, curious, and they don't understand the danger of water. So how do we reduce the risk and reoccurrence of drowning of toddlers within our homes and otherwise? And that's why we've got Rosaline Ogbeche, MD of Albyn Swimming Academy, and Daniel Martin, Program Director, Starfish Aquatic Institute. Welcome you both to the show. Really amazing stuff. You know, why should we learn how to swim, and how do we do this, and what are the target groups, you know, because this is a life skill. Rosaline, you first, and afterwards we'll take Dan.
Thank you so much for having us here. Thank you, Rufai. Thank you, Dr. Abati. This is only Arise TV, right? The most popular watch TV show in Nigeria. I'm not nervous at all. So this is a great question. Who should learn to swim? Everyone should learn to swim. Everyone should learn to swim. It's something that everybody should do. And at Albyn Swim Academy, we teach babies from 6 months old to adults of all ages, because everyone should learn to swim. It's a life skill. It's a survival skill. It also has health benefits, and it also can be used for fun. Now, there are target groups, yes. Target groups, everybody belongs to a target group, so every target group should be reached. We're talking about school-age children in schools. It should be in the school curriculum, not as a swim club that is after school hours, not as a voluntary decision. It should be taught in our schools. It should be introduced into the school curriculum. Employers should introduce it in their organizations to their employees. Government parastatals should introduce it to their employees or to their staff. It's something everybody should learn to do at every age. And if it starts young, then it's easier for you to be able to swim at any age in life, because it is a life skill, and it's important that everybody learns to swim. So yes, it should be taught to everyone.
Well, let me ask you, and the question is directed to Martin. Does the program teach survival skills before, the strokes?
Yes, it does. It's structured and it's developmental. So it starts at the early phases, as Rosaline mentioned, right from the age of 6 months. So obviously, the sooner that you can get someone into the water and training, the better. So it starts with basic survivals, doesn't matter which age you're at. It starts with basic survivals and it develops from there. But ultimately, you want someone to have basic swim skills, and that means that they could hopefully save themselves in a difficult position. And as you mentioned in the beginning, it's the #1 cause of death, sadly. So there's a massive need for education. It's not something that one automatically is able to do at a certain age. It needs to be taught. So there's a massive need, and it's wonderful that there's an opportunity through a swim school that's dedicated to training people at every level.
Right. Parents watching their kids swim and all of that, that could be interruptive. But most importantly, I want to be able to, know things about, measures that will be implemented, safety measures, and how people can get across to you. I mean, that's very important.
Yes, so again, just to kind of buttress what Daniel said, he's our program director from Starfish Aquatics Institute, which is the top swim instructor training program, one of the top ones in the world. Survival skills, what we teach in our academy is how to survive in water. If you ever find yourself in water, how can you stay long enough to survive? And the academy, those are the things that we start to teach with. I want to just offer my condolences to those that have lost loved ones due to incidents of drowning. And just as you mentioned in the beginning, those that are susceptible to water, that are near water, are the ones that actually are more susceptible to drowning. Private pools, and even in our country, riverine areas, you find yourselves more in water. So the academy actually teaches you how to claw to either the edge of the pool or to the shores so that you can then call for help. We actually teach you how to crawl along so that you can survive, how to float, to fin, to thread, things that you can do to keep yourself alive longer, to give you that fighting chance of survival if you ever find yourself in water. And then in terms of our training, we do have a viewing area in our academy. We think it's very important that parents are able to see and watch their children as they learn to swim. We create that interaction and that communication between the instructors and between the parents, but then we don't make it disruptive. So in the academy, we do have a barrier where the parents can sit and watch outside and not interfere with what is going on in the swimming pool, so that the children and whoever is learning can concentrate. At the end of every activity, we get our instructors, we get the staff to talk to the parents, to explain what is happening, and they can see the progress. That also gives a coverage of safety, so that not just the instructors are watching. We always have a lifeguard on, as long as there's somebody in the pool, there is a lifeguard, and also the parents are able to see and watch. So it's not disruptive, Rosaline, because we've kept them at an area where they can watch and see.
Yeah, Rosaline and Daniel, quickly, we seem to be running out of time. If you could just share with our viewers your contact details for persons who may be interested in your academy, as briefly as possible. Okay,
so to get in touch with us, you can call us. We have a number. You can either call or send a WhatsApp message to 0913-232-5923. That's our phone number. You can go to our Instagram, which is at Albyn Swim Academy NG. You can go to our website, www.albynswimacademy.com. You can send an email, info@albynswimacademy.com. Phone number again, 0913-232-5923.
Okay, I think that number can save a life. We'd like you to call the number again, but after I asked, are the swimming instructors trained for, skill level and age of the learner? That's a very important one. You could answer that, and Martin, then we'll come back to you to give us the contact details again.
So yeah, obviously they train for various levels. There's 3 programs that they cover. They cover babies, then they cover learn to swim, all ages, all levels, and they're able to adapt that specifically. So if you've got an adult, that adult wouldn't be mixed in a baby class or a young child's class. And then they've got, it leads on automatically to their stroke, and they are very competent in that stroke level at this stage. So at this stage, I've trained a number of candidates for Albyn, and they are super well prepared and really, really strong instructors. So they can cater for all ages, and they can manage all ages appropriately.
All right. We'd just like to take your contact again, so you could call the number slowly, so that probably we can, put it, if possible, on the ticker. And we'd like to call on the producers. If they can get the number, they should also put it on the screen so that people can be able to get that. You call it slowly again. And I know you like to have a word, just speak directly to parents, to everybody out there, because this is a life skill and we forget. And when you look at the mass population, a lot of people cannot save their life if they're in an incident when they're in the water. Just speak to people like that and just call your number once again. And if possible, we'll put it on the slides.
Okay, so honestly, this is just really crucial and really important that you do learn to swim, and you are really honestly calling on parents, on schools, to make. We've got the facility and we've made it available, and not just learning to swim. It's an academy, so our instructors are professionally and internationally accredited, and we have our program director here, Daniel Martin, who comes from the top swim instructor training program. He's actually in country at the moment, working with our instructors, updating the curriculums, making sure that they have the necessary skills to teach people to swim. It's very, very important, especially if you have a private pool, if you know that you are always around pools, if you like to, go on holidays, and even as an adult, it's a fun skill, but it's also even for health benefits. I'm also a certified personal trainer and nutritionist, so I know a little bit about fitness. It also helps you in terms of getting fit. It's a life skill. It has to be taught to everybody. So it's really, really important that you bring your children, you come yourselves. We even have female-only sessions. So not just that we train from babies of 6 months to adults of all ages, we have female-only sessions with all female instructors that caters to maybe females for private or personal or religious reasons and don't want to be around the opposite gender. We have female-only sessions. We make sure that we've catered to as much people as possible. It's a life skill. You must learn to swim. You learn survival, and then we begin to teach you the other elements of strokes, backstroke, freestyle, and then you begin to really enjoy it as a sport. It's a life skill. Everybody must learn to swim. I just want to quickly mention this. According to World Health Organization, the publication that was made April 2021, drowning is the third cause of unintentional injury-related death in the world, and it accounts for about 7% of injury-related deaths. And on average, annually, about 236,000 people die worldwide from drowning. They've actually termed it as a leading killer, and that tells me that even in a country as ours, so many people are dying from drowning. And it's not just enough to learn to swim. You learn to survive first in the pool, so that if you ever find yourself in a pool of water, in an expanse of water, you know what to do to keep yourself alive long enough to be able to crawl to safety, to call for help, or for somebody to find you. It gives you that fighting chance. And we are around water in our country. A lot of us live in those areas. A lot of us have private pools. Bring your children, come to a controlled environment with trained instructors that can actually teach you to swim, to survive, to be in the pool as safe as possible. We have all safety elements in our academy. We have affiliations with ambulances, first aid training. All our instructors and staff are first aid trained, CPR trained. We have first aid kits that are visible for and reachable in case of any incidents. We have armed security guards that are even at the gates to make sure that everybody coming in is checked, it is safe, it is secure. So,
Rosaline?
Parents, I'm pleading with you, bring your children and come yourself.
The number once again,
So
the number and the contact, yeah.
The contact details.
Contact number 00913 232 5923. 0913 232 5923. That's the contact number.
Thank you very much, Rosaline Ogbeche and Daniel Martin, for joining us on this very important subject. And all the best with the Albyn Swim Academy.